Hello and welcome to VOD of Consciousness with Sientir. I am Sientir. We're in Destruction's Depths. You can support me on Patreon at patreon.com/Sientir, and there should hopefully be a functioning link to a Discord server in the description. And we are here at what I can only describe as a rather difficult section of the map. Actually, let's take out this icy stalagmite and its random spirits. This section up here is rather difficult because it's a long, lengthy, whatever, one of those words, defense mission where it's not going to seem too bad. And then we're just going to get hordes and hordes and hordes of destroyers coming from all directions, and it's going to be pretty awful. So hopefully this goes okay. Olaf says, "You made it? You must have the strength of the bear spirit. We'll make a Norn out of you yet, cub." Sif says, "No time to train. Here come the fiends again. We'll hold the openings. You handle any stragglers, little one." So, as you can see, we got some destroyers coming up over there. We have some destroyers coming up over here. Not too bad at first, but it will grow. So I can just start out with like a little bit of an easing. We got ourselves a destroyer of deeds here. Go down. Ooh, some butterfly knives. These Norn are not as impressive as they like to think they are. They're really not. It reminds me of the Char where they talk a bigger game than they have. Okay, and that's what I've got Wild Throw for. Pop that off. And that is what I have Dazed for. Wait for this guy to use Lightning Reflexes and then Wild Throw. Okay. Going well so far, but we're still early in this this particular defense. Eagle, whatever. The Scald says, Look there! Another wave is coming from the side. Bear bless the day I lifted my first weapon. We will need all the strength we have." And this is where the floodgates begin to open. So anyone who's done this mission will be somewhat familiar with the Norn, or the floodgates of destroyers. Let's get some dazed going on here. That will make this a little bit easier. Got this annoying inner fire skill that guy got lightning defenses up and didn't already have them up. I'm going to take a moment. I should have this up. I want to take a screenshot here, but I'm not sure the best time, place, or way to take it. Let's just do like that. Cool. There we go. We've got ourselves a thumbnail. Important to get ourselves thumbnails, right? That's how this works. It's all about the thumbnails, yeah? Not all about the thumbnails. Thumbnails are probably useful to have, be nice and fancy. Oren says, "Those monsters of yours, they fight like Norn. With you by our side, we cannot fail." I think that's referring to the golems. And I want to make sure to keep leads going around. They provide a ton of additional degen, which is very useful. Nightmare weapon turns out to be very good. Okay, we have the Avatar of Destruction down there. I'd like to actually try to avoid aggroing it if I can. It is a dervish boss, which means it deals a lot of additional damage in a crazy area of effect. And it's just very deadly because of that. Ooh, a destroyer core. That's a very good drop. They're not as common as one might like. Okay, this is actually going real well so far, so hopefully it continues that way. Let's actually go ahead and chuck some days on that. Okay, that guy just went down. Yeah, this party comp is doing really well. This part gave me so much trouble on the previous character that I brought through here. So I'm quite happy to see it working so well. We need to travel to the central transfer chamber via a surrogate. So we will do that shortly, but I want to finish taking these guys out. I think once we clear them out... Ooh, a forked sword. Ooh, my inventory is full. Why do I not want this? I want this forked sword more. Okay, so... we need to cross this bridge here. But that is like the smoothest that's gone for me in a very long time. At least... that section is one that I always recall being a nightmare. So Olaf says, "Follow me. A little ice never kept Norn from reaching his prey. The dwarves are through there. Seems they've already found the surrogate. You'd best get going." Actually, I think Olaf says, "Follow me. This is the way to the central transfer chamber." And then he walks over here, and there's like ice barrier. And then Sif says, "Those stone dwarves hold their own like true heroes. You did well too. That seems to be the last of them. Just when it's getting interesting." And then Olaf says the thing about breaking ice. And then we say, "I'm on my way. May the bear spirit see me through." So I'm just very, very pleased with how that previous bit went. That is a section that, like, it went remarkably well. Ah, yes, this is a collectible I should make room for. Let's drop these unremarkable daggers. There'll probably be more Wayfarer's marks dropping. It's in relation to the current event going on, which is like Wayfarer's Reverie or something. Yeah. Yeah. Wow, this party comp is actually really good at killing destroyers. I'm very pleased with it. Zed is very good at killing his energy pool, too. But anyway. A few more destroyers to get through, and then we'll go to the next level, and then we'll have to wait around as we wait for my energy to recharge. Because that's how this works. Let's see. Minion meat walls. Lots of health degeneration. Lots of disruption. Oh man, Daze is so ridiculous with minions. Because any physical attack will interrupt your spells. And you're just getting pummeled by them by minions. This is very, very effective. This is a really cool looking spot, by the way. Like, I just want to call it out, this friggin' tree and everything. In fact, let's just take a random screenshot here. Stone Dwarf says, "Thank the Great Dwarf. Reinforcements. I pray that the strength you bring will be enough, human. We can spare 2 of our men for you. The rest must hold the gate. My kinsmen, our entire lives and the lives of our ancestors have led to this moment. The strength of the Great Dwarf flows through us. Go, clear the central transfer chamber. Our sacrifice will not be in vain. Follow me through that gate for Deldrimor." And then we go to this gate that says Central Transfer Chamber. So we're actually getting close to being done with this particular one. We just have to clear this chamber of all of the destroyers. I'm going to pop the melee one up, because I just want to go ahead and take a moment to turn it back into defense. Okay. This place is infested. We need to clear out every last destroyer before we move forward. "Don't just stand there," says the Stone Dwarf. "Get those golems into battle. We need all the help we can get." "Great Dwarf, guide my hammer in this battle." Okay. So, it's okay if we die. We just respawn back up here at this Resurrection Shrine. But we do need to clear out the Disc of Chaos as well as the other destroyers. So, these 2 sides aren't too bad. I'm probably going to just take out the 2 sides, and then one of these mobs and the Disc of Chaos will likely aggro. This part can be particularly challenging as well. The Disc of Chaos is aggressively bulky, which might be an interesting description, but I think when you see just how bulky it is, you'll understand. I want to take care of these sides just to get some minion walls up, which will, I think, help quite a bit with my overall party durability. So I'm going to actually wait a moment. Master of Whisper should be able to get one more minion up. I'm not sure what the AI is going for. Okay. Okay. So now I want to go to the other side. I don't know how long this minion wall will last, to be honest. Hopefully long enough. But it's going to be somewhat important for trying to take out the destroyers here. I want to take this guy down a notch. And then this guy. Probably didn't need to have the epidemic use on him, but whatever. Wonder if epidemic or hypochondriate would be better. I don't know. Okay, so we've got a couple of groups here. Now, the Disc of Chaos tends to be a little aggro-y. So, what I'm going to do, actually, is I'm going to pin my party up here. I think I might just throw a spear at the Disc of Chaos. See if we can bring just it to this battle. The dazed will probably help, actually. And I'm going to want to try to focus most of my efforts on trying to keep this thing dazed. And hope that that helps. Because it's got a... Yeah, that flame burst is real deadly. So if I can keep the dazed going, that'll help with the flame burst issue. And thankfully, I am a crazy paragon, so I can do stuff like spam Spear of Fury to keep Stunning Strike going. Which will hopefully keep the intense damage of the Flame Burst in check. This guy is going down super fast, by the way. Like, he is so bulky. Like, this is going shockingly well to me. I am really, really happy with how well this is going. This team composition, like, I know I'm repeating myself a lot, but this team composition is just substantially more powerful than the one that I took in here the previous time I went through here. We just cleared that guy out without a death, and that, at least not one that I was paying attention to well enough to see. And that is quite impressive to me. Hopefully things continue on that pace. Some dazed going over there. Bet Zed is like, what's energy? Yeah, he's using a lot of Obsidian Flame. Kind of anticipated happening, honestly. Okay, try to keep those Mesmers down. Yeah, that guy's under dazed. You can tell because he wasn't getting any spells off. Cliff Concentration is a useful way to try to combat the effect of daze. Pick up some of this loot. Some of it will be popping into my inventory at the end of the mission. Wow. I do really want to reiterate, like, this is going astonishingly smoothly to me. So I'm really happy about that. I'm going to want a different build with a Great Destroyer, though, for reasons I'll explain in a bit.
them back. But at a huge cost, and the destroyers are regrouping. It does not matter. We are stone. We shall resist all their assaults.
I see what you mean. Changed in body and mind.
Yes, Jalis Ironhammer is resolute, but the destroyers are infinite. They act as a single creature.
That's it. What if they are a single creature?
What do you mean?
The Great Dwarf's power is connected to Jalis's followers. What if the Great Destroyer's mind is connected to its minions?
Which means if we kill the Great Destroyer,
The control is gone, and the dwarves stand a chance.
It's going to be dicey. Even with their great hoodoo, I don't think the dwarves can withstand another assault.
leave the golems here then.
Sounds like a plan. The Great Destroyer's chamber is not far. A small group can slip through the lines.
Let's go. Even with the golems, the dwarves will not be able to hold out for long.
Come, Great Destroyer! Throw your minions away against us! We will hunt you all into the depths of the earth! Victory or death!
That's interesting. Thinking about this cutscene. Oh man, I totally forgot to use the Alkar's bottle. That's okay. It's interesting thinking about this cutscene and the way that, yeah, I got those things. The seeing King Jalis there, and then knowing that he has kind of like this mist thing going on in Guild Wars 2, whether or not that indicates that he perished at some point in the fight against the destroyers. Yeah, so that's just telling you how to get there. There's a thing that you can do here that allows you to be able to get Cloth of the Brotherhood, which allows you to be able to modify the armor of some of your heroes. There's a couple of ways to do that. I don't know that I've really shown any of that sort of hero armor stuff off in this at all, but does this character have some of them? I know I've been playing on a different ranger. I mean, a ranger, which is a different character. And she has, Zenmai, for example, has an alternate armor skin on that I like significantly more. But anyway. Okay. So I need to remember to use this Alkar's concoction to complete the quest. I eventually want to get up to a full stack of destroyer cores, but that is a ways away. Top right, bottom right, whatever. I can just drop it into the thing and it'll automatically be like, okay, it belongs over there. Wayfarer's marks I am accumulating over here. You can see I have 33 of them at this point. Okay. Just time to process some items. Oh. Enchanting. Very weak enchanting, but... where is the merchant? There we are. Figure I might as well send my character towards the merchant. Ah, that one I should salvage, though. Probably give me a ton of iron. Oh, it's an icy sword. It's interesting. That is a maximum don't think twice mod. Icy for swords is just not as significant because one of the bonus weapons is a really cool icy sword. I don't think it's worth it to grab the don't think twice, even though it's max, because I have several of them. Like, there's a max don't think twice. I feel like I've got another one or two floating around here somewhere. How's the skill reach? Charge of spells. Yeah, there's another don't think twice. So I've got a couple of don't think twices floating around, so I don't really feel the need to try to save that one in particular. That's right, that's the highly salvageable one. Yeah, 30 iron ingots is a lot of iron ingots. Okay. Let's go ahead and clear out the rest of this stuff. I'm going to move this up here so I can hopefully better remember that it's a thing. Ooh, full platinum and minor change. Okay, so this is going to bring us down here to the High Priest Alkar. Now, the Great Destroyer has a specific skill that he uses whenever he's interrupted that is very painful. And I'd very much so like not invite that against me. I think this is mostly fine. I'm gonna want to change him out. This is just not. There's not gonna be enough stuff for minions, and minions are gonna just be terrible here. So, ward against melee is also gonna be underwhelming. I think. I don't know. I want to switch him to ward against elements either way, because we're gonna have a lot of fire damage, and that's gonna be a decent amount of reduction. It's gonna be like quartering the damage we take that way. Master of Whispers should not be here. Norgu also probably not be here. Let's see. I want Daedalon. Yeah, something more like this. And Backfire maybe? Let me double check if the Great Destroyer actually uses spells. Because if it doesn't use spells, Backfire becomes less... Okay, it looks like stuff is being labeled as monster skills, so Backfire is probably no good. However, there is a rather powerful Necromancer Hex that I'll probably want to bring with me. I do like this general direction, though. Yeah, let's just give it Unnatural Signet. Okay, Livia. Now, Livia is using a bunch of degen related stuff. That's fine. But it's a little... A bunch of it's kind of unimportant. I'm going to actually get rid of that one because I'd rather just run it Enfeeble. Enfeebling Blood is an area of effect. Enfeeble is not. Enfeeble does not have a health sacrifice cost, however. And that seems important for what I'm doing here. Let's see. Yeah, so let's run Spiteful Spirit on her. I'm going to bring another Necro. I'm going to grab Elias, actually. And I just need to throw a couple of additional skills on her. Basically, our focus here is going to be on single target enemies rather than multiple enemies. Oh, right, I forgot about that. That's strong, I suppose. So I'm going to gear up a lot of these skills more for dealing with single targets as a result. Zed is fine. Okay, he's doing what I want. Okay, I want no curses. You don't need curses. Soul Reaping probably technically doesn't matter, but this is highly redundant. Okay, so I want Spoil Victor. This is very, very powerful. That is a huge health drop. And then, I mean, Vampiric Gaze type stuff. This is going to take me a moment to put together some sort of build here. Let's just use those two. That will help with some of the initial. Well of Blood would probably be quite beneficial. That probably helps. Just getting some poison on there, mostly. And, I just want Vampiric Gaze? Or... No, let's bring Signet of Lost Souls, just for a little bit of additional energy management on him. Okay, now I'm going to want to continue to use Barbed Spear, but I'm going to want a different elite, because again, they've designed this boss such that interrupting him is a bad idea. I also don't need Epidemic. I'm going to bring Breath of the Great Dwarf instead. This just is some additional party healing, which is quite desirable in my opinion. As for what elite I want, I'm not entirely sure. That's ostensibly really good at certain things, but I'm not sure it's quite what I want to be doing. have a bunch of command as well. Man, it's one of those things where I look at Paragon Elites and I'm like, yeah, this is okay, but a lot of them, like this right here, this feels like it's elite because it's energy management. Not because it's any good. It's okay. Mostly what makes this skill really good is PvP. Sorry, I chose that moment to eat a pretzel. So this is good in PvP because what it does is it allows you to set up a spike where everybody is effectively ignoring blocking for one attack, so they all get one attack simultaneously on the target, which is strong, but kind of unexciting here. Do I want to go like? Oh, yeah, I don't have anything there that I'm wanting to use. Oh, this might be interesting. Well, we already have enough degen though. That becomes redundant. These are interrupts and stuff. Do I want to go? Song of Purification good here? I kind of want to keep We Shall Survive as a viable. There's a stronger resurrection effect, though. Do I not have an elite that I want? That seems a bit weird. Might be the case. I mean, so the reason why I don't want Stunning Strike is it makes enemies easily interrupted, and I don't want to interrupt the Great Destroyer, because if we interrupt him, then he will slap us upside the head with all the damage. I'm probably just going to bring Cruel Spear. Deep Wound. Okay. I'm going to chew a few pretzels here. Wonder if I should bring Extinguish on somebody. And let's just go ahead and jump in. So, this will be a long episode, I guess. No, you know what? The end of this episode was me prepping stuff. We're going to fight the Great Destroyer next time. Hopefully that's not a disappointment to anyone, but there is a lot of post-victory. Wow, it is so dark right here. There's a lot of post-victory. Oh, okay, the light's directional, I see. There's a lot of post-victory stuff, so I want to spend a lot of time going through the, for lack of a better phrase, credit sequence. So I'm going to go ahead and go over that then. So you know what we've prepared. You'll get to see it in action next time. Until then, take care, everyone. Goodbye.